Hello beautiful people, it's Amanda here again. This time we are going to take a look at Stacey DeMarco's 2024 Lunar and Seasonal Diary for the Southern Hemisphere. Really beautiful, not long been released. As always, Stacey's been producing these for a few years now and they always look really gorgeous with all the colour and the imagery and everything that's in them. I love the fact that you've got the spiral bound. That's always a plus for me when it comes to my diaries, so that you can open them properly. As you can see, it's just gorgeous with the imagery and colours and things. So she has a lot of info in the beginning of her diaries, covering things like a bit about the spellcraft, a bit of spellcrafting made easy, some of your spell timings and moon cycles, astrological correspondences and key dates. So you've got your new moons and your full moons and what astrological sign they fall in for next year. A bit about what the astrological signs mean, elements and directions, as well as the wheel of the year, obviously for the Southern Hemisphere, because this one's specific for Southern Hemisphere. The moon and our body. So some tips about weight balance, balancing of the energy, lunar return, deities and the moon, lunar energies and crystals with some really unique information in there and recommendations, the moon and plants, how to start your year off on a positive note as well. Getting clear about 2024, so some questions to answer to get you really thinking and set up. And then there's a New Year's gateway jump, so a little ritual that you can do, which Stacey does herself every year. Then we get into the actual diary part itself. So every month you start with a few questions to kind of focus your month, and of course some beautiful imagery. There's suggestions of gods that connect in with each month, ritual that you might like to do. And then it does open up to a week to that double page spread. And you do have all your moons, so waning moons, your new moons and things like that are added in. New moon in Capricorn and what time it is. And then we move into the next month, which has its questions to set you up for the month, the goddess, a different ritual of course. And then this one also has your wheel of the year, your Sabbath, because we have a Sabbath in February. And then you go into your diary aspect, a week to your double page spread. Plenty of space for writing in. It's quite obvious when you're in, you know, which month you're in. I don't know if you can see very well down the side. Can see it's that changes color, like it's quite obvious with all your months and how it changes, to be able to quickly go through and find the month that you want to be able to look up or make notes in. So I'll start to just flick a little bit faster because it's lots of the same types of setups for each month. Like I said, different colors, very pretty. Definitely got that very earthy, witchy vibe going on, which this is definitely for witches, those of us that really work by the moon and that practice the Sabbath, and of course want to be organized and ready for all of those things. And it's not all common gods and goddesses that she depicts at the beginning of each month. So you would definitely learn some new energies to work with, some months especially. And there is also a ribbon, which I always think is important when it comes to the diary, so you can have your page marked where you are up to as well. And if you can see, it is bigger than A4. It is definitely wider. The cover itself is quite thick and hard cover, so not too soft, which I find myself, I prefer to have something with a little bit of a harder cover, most preferably. But a really lovely diary. As I say, very pretty, loads of information in there, not just set up for a diary itself, but also giving you lots of that kind of basic information for witches and Wiccans that want to understand that little bit more on those astrological and moon kind of levels, most especially. So that is a little glimpse at the Lunar and Seasonal Diary by Stacey DeMarco. Let me know in the comments what you think, if this is one that you usually buy or one that you perhaps will be keen to buy for next year. Let me know what you love about it, and I will make sure to be looking at a few more over the coming weeks, as they're just being released now and just arriving at Mystical Dragon at present. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel as well. Don't forget, if you want to purchase, we do have them available both in our physical store in Seaford, Victoria, Australia, as well as on our e-store. So check those out as well, guys.